Good morning. I'm Chaplain John Rollison from the Dobbins Air Reserve Base Chapel, and thank you so much for joining us for day 5 of our Advent devotional series from Cru Ministry. Today's lesson begins with a reading from the Gospel of John, chapter 4, starting with verse 5. And so he came to a town of Samaria called Sychar, near the field that Jacob had given his son Joseph. Jacob's well was there, and so Jesus, wearied as he was from his journey, was sitting beside the well, and it was about the 6th hour. And a woman from Samaria came to draw water. And Jesus said to her, "Give me a drink," for his disciples had gone away into the city to buy food. And the Samaritan woman said to him, "How is it that you, a Jew, ask a drink from me, a woman of Samaria? For Jews have no dealings with Samaritans." And Jesus said to her, "If you knew the gift of God, who is sitting beside, who it is saying to you, 'Give me a drink,' you would have asked him, and he would have given you living water." And the woman said to him, "Sir, you have nothing to draw water with, and the well is deep. Where do you get that living water? Are you greater than our father Jacob? He gave us the well, and drank from it himself, as did his sons and his livestock." And Jesus said to her, "Everyone who drinks of this water will be thirsty again. But whoever drinks the water that I give him will never be thirsty again. The water that I will give him will become in him a spring of water, welling up to eternal life." May God bless the reading of his holy word. We'll now have our Advent devotional reading from Cru Ministry. And in John chapter 4, as we just read, on his way to Galilee, Jesus passed through Samaria, and he became weary, and he sat down next to a well in the heat of the day. And while he was there, a Samaritan woman approached, as we just read, and Jesus asked her to give him a drink of water. Now, this would have been very unusual at the time, because of the tradition at that time. Jews did not associate with Samaritans. But now here was Jesus, a Jewish man, was asking a Samaritan woman for a drink of water, a drink from the same cup which she drank. The woman lived a questionable lifestyle and was despised and rejected because of it. She probably lived in shame. But this did not hinder Jesus from intentionally reaching out to her. Instead, he broke down the social barrier. He displayed his love and grace and began a conversation that helped her to discover her spiritual needs and longings. He offered her spiritual water that would become like a spring of water in her, welling up to eternal life, and she could drink from this water and never be thirsty again. Living water here represents the source of spiritual sustenance, true satisfaction, and eternal life. It sustains and nourishes our spirit and is only offered by Jesus. The Samaritan woman's interaction with Jesus led to her personal transformation, as well as the transformation of everyone else in her village. And the amazing news is that we don't need to search any longer for something that can only temporarily satisfy the deepest longings of your soul. Our thirst for true significance, for love, for value, acceptance, and meaning can be quenched by drinking the living water that only Jesus offers. I pray this brought you hope and encouragement this morning. Until tomorrow, I'm Chaplain John Rollison with the Dobbins Air Reserve Base Chapel.